Good morning and welcome back to another episode of When God Speaks. This is Enrique and Madelaine, my co-host, graciously all the way from South Africa. And we got some stories. I know I got some stories to tell today about when God speaks. And so, Madelaine, thank you for being with us today. Let's hear a little bit from you.
Well, thank you for being my co-host. I really love being in your company, Enrique, and it's every week. It's such a blessing to do this, and it refocuses and reminds me about the blessings that we receive because we tend to forget, we tend to look past them because we are wired to focus on the negativity or the
Right.
challenges. So this is like it's really drawing you back to okay, what have I got this week to be grateful for? What
Right.
happened to me that really made my life an aha moment or gave me an aha moment? So I love these episodes. So thank
Yes,
you.
yeah, you're welcome. And folks, when we talk about when God speaks, it's not always an audible thing. It's not always something that's gonna, shine a big old bright light in your room and you're gonna hear angels and feel angelic and feel out of your body. God speaks in so many different ways. And I was just sharing with Madelaine how God spoke to me this week in a very tangible way. So I was asked to, and real quickly, I was asked to speak at VidFest. A blessing in itself, because for a person that's just starting out in video, actually, if you think about it, a year, uh, that honor bestowed upon me just by the request and actually being accepted to be a speaker there spoke volumes of what God has done in my life. We do the work, but He sets the platform, right? So that's one of those things that I'm just so gracious about 2020 of having been part of. And so I did. I spoke on Tuesday. It was on LinkedIn video and how to get, my journey for the last year. And it was such a great blessing. A lot of comments, a lot of congratulations, a lot of going back and forth and growing in that community. And I was just telling Madelaine that, they have a grand prize. The grand prize is a chair. And I'll be doing a post on LinkedIn about this chair and a video of the unboxing and things like that. But this chair is valued at a price where I could not afford to buy the chair. That's for sure. But this chair is ergonomically structured for podcasters, for video people that do video recordings and post on YouTube and LinkedIn and whatever platform you want to put it on. And this morning, I received an email that I was awarded that chair, that I won the sweepstakes on that chair, and it just blew my mind because, as I was telling Madelaine, there's a lot of things that we wonder. Hey, am I going down the right direction? Am I doing the right things? Am I deciding the right things? This chair signifies to me a lot of things, but more importantly, that God is setting me up for this what I'm doing. And to sit in the chair, if you ever sit in a chair for a while, you wish you had a great chair. Now I'll be revealing that chair and all it does throughout my journey here in the next year. Um, but what a way to validate my journey, my path, right? Because anybody could have won that chair. I could have not won that chair. It didn't mean that, it didn't validate what God's doing. I'm sure He would have done it some other way, but this is how I see it. We have a lot of questions at times of our journey. We have a lot of questions if we're in the right place at the right time. Are we doing the right thing? And this to me, and this is how I'm taking it, is God saying, you're in the right spot, buddy. You're doing the right thing. I'm going to set you up so you can be comfortable and do what I want you to do. And I'm so grateful for it. It is a chair. It is a material thing. but it means so much because it validates to me that I'm doing what he wants me to do. And so I wanted to share that with everybody, that God speaks sometimes through things like prizes and things like accolades and things like awards and those things that are tangible at times. We just have to see it. So yeah, I wanted to share that with y'all.
I also believe it's from action that you take. You know, in Psalm 1, it talks about faith development starts within prosperity flows from the action that we take. So if you haven't taken the action and haven't put the effort in, then there is no flow to prosperity or to a blessing. So it's important to know that through faith, we need to take action and we need to believe in what we want to achieve and that we can achieve it. And then prosperity flows from there. And from there, our blessings grow. And if you haven't taken that action and you haven't been active, that would not be possible at all. So I want to say to people today, although it's very difficult and the challenges are out there, and it's getting worse at the moment because of COVID, that's increasing at the moment. So it's really challenging people's mindsets more than anything else, I believe, because people do not do well with being told what to do and not to do, number one. They don't do well of being isolated from each other. It's a bit of a fear, and then there is a lot of fear and doubt out there already. And
Right.
this is the time when you need your faith. This is the time when you need momentum in the action that you take, and keep your eye on your vision so that you can reap the prosperity and the blessings. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. It's going to be stagnant. And that is what most companies are doing at the moment. They've gone into fear. There's no momentum. They're not moving forward. So, and most companies I speak to, it's like I'm waiting for financial year end, which is in only next year at the end of March. How can you wait in a company for for another 4 months to make a decision or to get momentum? So, what I want to quickly touch on while we are talking about this amazing topic is leaders at the moment who have faith and who take the right action will definitely lead their companies into prosperity. Leaders who do not take action and are frozen in fear, their own personal fear that they transfer into the company and onto the staff, are not going to make it. Because if you lose momentum now, you are going to fall behind and close. There's no two ways about it. Elon Musk, why was this year was his most successful year in his whole career? 2020, the painful year. Why? He didn't get sucked into the fear and the doubt. He kept his eye on the vision. He kept his faith. He kept putting in the action. And look where he is today. And that is the same lesson for all of us, whether it's big or whether it's small. Whether it's your chair that that's gifted to you because you've taken the action, or whether it's Elon Musk that kept on putting action into his company and kept momentum going while everybody's attention was on COVID. He kept his attention on the goal and he achieved it. So I want to say to everybody, do not go into fear and doubt at the moment. Keep your momentum, keep your action going, and the prosperity and the blessings will flow to you.
You know, it's been said, and a lot of people will say this and agree that faith without works is dead, right? That's just it's plain and simple. And you're so right. We both have potential clients that come to us. Oh, we would, yeah, we want this, that, and the other for some reason or another. And I guess it would be fear. They don't pull the plug. Well, the not pulling the plug is a lack of action, right? And so we still, all that knowledge that they're looking for still resides within us, right? It doesn't go anywhere just because they didn't pull the plug. What happens is that they stagnate their growth for every month that they keep going, or actually every day because we hold a daily relationship with our clients. So for every day that they do not move and actually do something, they detract from their growth, and so they don't understand that. But just in general, for all of us, right? Because we all have those moments. We have something to do and we don't pull the plug or we don't take action. For every day that passes, we stagnate the growth in our lives that could potentially lead to better things. Had they reached out to me and I had fear and said, "No, I'm not ready to speak," because, speaking on a global stage in a global event, it's it can stress you out. It really can. Even if you have the best of speeches and the best of stage presence, if you're not, feeling something like in the realm of, uncertainty and fear, then you've gone beyond something that I think is healthy, right? Being a little jittery about the platform, I think is healthy. It keeps you humble. But in any case, had I said no, thank you, well, first of all, I'd have missed the opportunity to speak to so many people. I would have missed the opportunity to continue to show my knowledge in on the subject,
Mhm.
right? And then I would have missed this chair, which is just a byproduct of the whole thing. But I would have missed out on so many things that I would have never known, right? You never know. And so, just as a testament, my life, for those that are on the edge of whether do I do this or don't do this, take action. Now, I will tell you, take well calculated actions, right? If something is
Yeah.
just not right for you at this time, but you've gone through all the scenarios, and it leads you to the belief that it's just not right. I shared last week, right? The whole job thing. If it's just not right, it's just not right, and that's okay. No one's blaming you for that. But
Mm.
when it's fear based, and you know that it's right, but you're just afraid, then that could be a problem.
Mm. Yeah, it blocks you because fear is a lower vibrational energy and it's a negative energy. You cannot create while you're in fear. The two do not play together at the same playground. So you're either in your creation through faith and belief, or you're in fear and doubt, which is not going to move you forward. That's meant to block you. So a lot of people are in fear and doubt at the moment because of COVID and losing their jobs, or the fear of losing their jobs, or the fear of change. And people don't like change because they don't like what they don't know. But it's not what we don't know. We don't know tomorrow anyway. We
Right.
don't know what's going to happen in a month's time. So why aren't we fearful about that? But the minute somebody talks about change, then all of a sudden we go into fear and doubt and negativity. And we want to hold on to a past that's not working anymore. So I want to say the past is not working anymore. It is people hold on to the past by not listening to what was requested of them to do during the COVID. And look where it brought them. It's now worse than ever before. In South Africa, it's worse. So I would say go with the flow. Have faith in yourself. Do not get involved in the crowds. It's all about you. Decisions you make, action you take, or your fear. It's not about the crowd or the collective decision. It's each one of us is responsible for our own outcomes. Make the right decision, and more so with a leader, because every decision he makes involve the future of the employees in the company. So they are unfortunately on a pedestal at the moment where they need to make the right decisions. And they're not superhuman, they're human like all of us. It's very
Right.
difficult for them. They need the support more than the criticism at the moment. And they need to have that faith to take the right action, to keep their momentum going. So your momentum brought you this amazing chair, and you're on a roll. But if you're not on a roll, it would not come to you. And that is such an amazing message that we've got today for the people. It's just keep your momentum going and keep your eye on the vision. You know, say yes to every opportunity, because you never know what might come from that opportunity.
Yeah,
And
I
it's,
firmly believe that.
yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that, it's funny you mentioned, right? So we never start with a title. We always end up with a title. And today is faith without works, right? Faith without works, it just doesn't work, right? So fear is one of those obstacles that you can face, and as Madelaine so eloquently stated, it's a counter thing to your growth. And there are some jitters, right? There are some level of fears. You should, not knowing brings fear on itself, but don't live by that. Don't let that dominate you. Don't let that be the guiding light to your step. Put that on the back, stomp on it as you can, right? And every time you take a step, you stomp on it. Every time you move forward, you stomp on it. And before you know it, it's part of the ground, just like anything else. And you're moving forward and you're going towards your goal. So I hope that this episode motivated you to take some steps that you need to take to have your life in line with your vision, in line with your prosperity, in line with your end goal, right? So that's the end goal is where you should kind of like, reverse engineer. And every step that you take should be leading to that. And I hope that this message today that we shared and the words that we shared motivates you to stomp on fear and wisely take a step forward and go your way. Go your way and be prosperous.
Mm. Believe in yourself, don't get sucked in to the energies around you at the moment. Just rather focus on your path and have that faith. I truly believe now is the time to build that special relationship with God, because that is what's going to keep momentum going. Is you can see the bigger picture and you don't get caught up in the smaller picture, because this is just temporary and it will pass. But then your bigger picture steps in, and that is what we want to achieve. And that can only be through that relationship, having faith, take action, and the rewards will come your way.
All right. So I encourage everybody to join us next week as we bring some more When God Speaks. If you love this conversation, hey, hit the like, hit subscribe, join us for future events, hit that bell, and make sure that you get notified when we put a new episode on. And until next week, the crew here from When God Speaks, we bid you blessings, success, and health. And we'll see you next week.
Bye to everybody.